Yeah, it's crazy. Sound like I was about to come on and start rapping, didn't it? Man, I like this one though. What's up, world? It's your boy SV, better known as Jamar Johnson when we talk business. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I decided to shift my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, shout out to you. But decided to laser focus on the things that produce the best results. And that was a GU buy. Missing that buy. That buy is running right now. Whew, my bad. But decided to focus on the things that produce the best result. Not the best result because, to each his own, but decided to focus on the thing that by focusing on that would make it easier to accomplish and do others. And I don't know about you, but the financial markets being the most lucrative, right? Having all of the money, having the easiest access to the money just seems like the place to put the majority of the focus. So, without further ado, I know it says it's offline. Let me just go ahead and show that I am online, but you guys won't be able to see me. I'm not sure why. It's not showing my face. Let me still just pull up my screen so you can at least see that because it's the most important part. It's Monday, and for those that are familiar with what goes down, typically don't trade on Mondays. So um, here we're just looking for some entries. Yep. Let me see if I can change my screen and if it'll give you guys a better. There we go. Cool. I feel like I should rap. Like I feel like I should not even. It's great I said rap, but I feel like I should just drop some bars, some good study music here. But all right, I got the screen up, and let me take some of this jazz off because everybody don't make their sandwiches the same. Everybody like different toppings and special sauces on mine. That's the trade hybrid sauce. You guys, that's the clarity sauce right there. It's clarity sauce up here too. Um, but yeah, man. So Monday, checking out the markets. We'll actually start at the top. As you guys know, excuse me. I like to look at the dollar first to get a good understanding of what's happening in the dollar with the dollar. So we'll start off on the day. What is not surprising is the range that's happening with the dollar right now. It had a lot of momentum leading up until October. So we figured, the dollar would consolidate and range for the rest of the fourth quarter. Now, some people was like, "Yo, how do you just know that?" Looking at it, we got great information, and you can look at past history to see where price was to really show you um, that it, is in a position where it just came back to test history, stop for a little bit, collect some orders, probably let everybody get out of the holidays, right? Spend all of your money and do everything you want to do before they hit you with the crazy fear. So, and just go ahead and put this on a week so you can see it, and then I'll show you some of one of the tools that we use to help us understand. And here you're seeing it right now, this trade hybrid indicator that we have slapped up here. Cool thing about it is if you don't have it, you can get it by being a member of Trade Hybrid. And there's a few different things we have on here. We have the Fibonacci, we have the Armani. If you're into patterns like ratios, if you just want support and resistance, that's what I really like to see. So I don't have to chart it up. And if you like the Ichimoku cloud, which I love the cloud because I use it as a few different things like a moving average and support and resistance as well. And then the trend is, which pretty much is just the ADX. You can see these lines right here and the information. So for more information on this, definitely get plugged into the community. These tools are available to our members. So here's the trade hybrid one. And then we do have some other ones. We have a custom do-it-yourself where you can choose whatever indicator you want and combine it and send yourself alerts. But for this one, you see that price was been pretty good. And then it came up to the cloud, which we would call it, which some may notice as like the 50 moving average if you're in the EMAs or MAs. You can see that. You drop your 50 on there, and you'll see that right on the dollar. Price is right around that area where that 58 MA will be. So here we are inside this cloud, and what happens inside the cloud, once it's in the cloud, it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen continuously throughout the cloud, but typically when price passes inside the cloud, it is a great area for where price can range or consolidate, collect orders. And this makes a lot of sense for what is about to go on for the rest of the fourth quarter. Price came up in here, as I said, the end of the month. Looks like actually in September, like the last week, it broke into this area. And we see it, ranging from top to bottom, which is this purple box you're seeing right here. And we're seeing price just kind of bounce up and down. So when the dollar went to the downside, we knew it wasn't going really far. We're like, all right, yeah, it's probably going to stop like around this area and then turn around. So we boxed it in essentially. That's what you're seeing right now is price boxed in. And this actually gives me a great time to say what I was saying the other time. Like, yo, I used to say we turned the trap house to the trade house. I was incorrect politically. The trap house is still a trap house. Now we just trapping price. And you seeing it right here. Price, we trapped it with this purple box. Shout out to Jovi Jove in the back. He's excited about price being trapped. He's in the trap house. Um, so here it is. You see it, right? Price is inside, going up and down, up and down. And what I want you to pay attention to is the date, February, March. Right. We could see price play in between this purple area, this box, which is 105 to 107 for the rest of the year and maybe even into the first quarter of the new year. So once I see this with the dollar, I don't, really get too crazy about big moves happening. I know there's still going to be some action inside. You can come in and you can catch some trades on a smaller time frame. But at least you understand, like what direction price is going in. So for me, again, we looked at the dollar on a day. We see that it potentially is in a downtrend. Let's see, to 105.196. So price could continue to go down, test this area again. It could break it, right? But since look, you're seeing it right now on a day, it just popped into what we would call the cloud. So this is another area where you may see price drop to the downside, kind of range for a little bit, and peek his head out. If it peeks its head out, then here's just the resistance. Here is basically two areas where price was in the past that it could potentially go to too. So if I'm selling this, the dollar, hey, I'm selling it down here, first level, and then second level in this area right here. So this also, what this does for me, for those that are trading Forex, is this lets me know what I could potentially expect to see with the other pairs. So if it's dollar's going down today, I think the dollar's dropping, then every other pair should be rising. That's how it should, that's how it should go. Not every other pair, but the pairs that trade in conjunction with it. So let me look at GBU, and there it is. GBU on the day is going up. So if I pull up GBU USD, then we're going to see buys. So great. Oh man, look at that touch right there. This is crazy. Trap, trap. We still trapping, yo. Price came down here. We knew this was the area it needed to get to. This was actually marked up back when they broke this area right here, which is a key area of support. Came down and knew that it would be boxed in here and it may play around here while the dollar consolidates. So while the dollar is dropping, right? Great Britain is on the move. And it's also moving into the cloud where consolidation may happen. So we expect Great Britain to play around and then eventually come back down into this area for a retest, potentially, or it can continue to go up. I don't have a magic 8 ball on me, so I can't tell you where it's really going. Um, so let's go ahead and jump into an actual pair. So the dollar, let's go back to the dollar. We see the dollar is going down for the day. To use up for the day. If I pull up GU, you'll see, boom, there it is. Let's go into the hour and you'll see these moves being made. So if you were looking for a GU, already took off. Let's go on the 15-minute. And what you guys are seeing, if you're seeing my screen and you're like, what is all this on here? Here's the trend. Here's the cloud. The red line is resistance, blue line support. That green is the break, which means it's breaking structure. So it broke that resistance, which is a good indicator that price can continue up. One way I like to trade is I like breakouts, but I like when price comes back to pick me up. So I call it the breakout pickup, right? So when you break out, go ahead and let me know the coast is clear, and don't forget me. Come back and pick me up, and then I'll take the ride with you. Because if you look at most formations, right, most waves, they don't just start like it's not like one just direct line. It's usually a move to a downside and a pullback and then a move, right? So when you pull back, catch me on that one, right? So I'm still riding with you, but I want to make sure the coast is clear. So this was a break of structure, it came back, and then this is called a bull wick. You saw this wick come down here and create this support line right here. And again, on my cloud, it's right there. It was textbook, man, textbook. Um, just to clear out, all of the all of the sellers or all the buyers who had a tight, stop loss, knowing that price was going to go up this way. So it came down here, cleared them out, cleared everybody out, and then went to the upside. So GU overall today is a buy. Definitely missed it if you didn't get it in already. So let's look at it on a week to see if there's opportunity. So yeah, this is a great picture. Let me bring it up. And if you notice these green lines, let me go ahead and take all my sauce off. Actually, I'll leave it on here. Y'all have to get used to this because this is how I like to trade. Um, so here you're seeing GU on the weekly, and this green line we had here a long time. So price, you saw it came down and respected it, bounced off to the top, engulfed candle, and this is on a weekly. And price pulled back to make sure it covered our gap. And now we could potentially be back on our true path to the upside. It's above the cloud. It's in the cloud. Looks like it's going out. So GU is looking clean for a buy for the week. Um, how do we know if we're going down? If we break this area 1.2114, this area right here, then we could potentially be going to the downside. But it would have to break this area and kind of continue on to break the 1719. So this is a pretty good buy to the upside. Now, how long? That's the question. So it could go up to this most previous area of support, which was 1.3112. So first areas of buys. Let's go in on a 30-minute. Let's see if there's any action happening. Again, the trade already took off, but its first stop is about not a first stop, but its next stop could be about 20, 30 pips away. So if you're looking for something short term, cool. Me, I'm looking for the train to find the ceiling or show me that it's going to continue to go up a level, and I may jump in. If not, I'm waiting for the pullback, pick me up, and let me ride. Showing some good indication that price could be ready to go back up, but we won't know until it gets to this area. We'll need it to break this area so we have a higher high. Right now, it's technically still a lower high. I mean, this was the most previous area that was high and is lower than that one still. So we still could drop right here and go to the downside. Right. So that's GU. Pull up AU. I don't know. I don't have anything popping on the well, I guess because of the time too. Oh, look at that. AU respected. AU's going to the downside. Rejection. And guys, this is why I love using, our indicators because it just saves time. Like, let me go back naked and see how we have to discover, unless you already have price trapped. I mean, it still tells a story, honestly. Mm. Yeah, AU to the downside. Let's go. Even though this day. Okay. All right. Now see, that's why it's always good to look at the bigger picture. We got an hour and a half left to see this candle. And this candle for AU closes today. We could be starting the buys going up. So we may be looking for some buys. Let me go back, see what's up on a week. Mm, Respection, rejection, right there. Which is crazy because if we go into, let's do the hours. Because the British pound was strong, but looked like the Australian dollar. Actually, yeah, I said, okay, okay. Australia didn't, it's not their time yet. So that makes a lot of sense for why this will be a bot. Why, yeah, okay, okay. On the 8 hour, we see this fair value gap. We had to come in and close this area right here. We throw a purple box in. Just randomly picked up AU because I saw a text. I wanted to see what the guys were seeing. Yep. Yep. It already tapped that. So we could be continuing to go to the downside for AU, or it could come break that. If it breaks, then we are going up to this next area to the bottom. Shot right here. First area. We have this area right here where there's a fair value gap. So could see boom. So AU, we're gonna wait an hour and 22 minutes. So we'll come back later on tonight and we'll see some better setup. So yeah, that's probably the best time. Now that time has changed and moved a little bit. 5 o'clock, we'll come back on at the session close. And that way these candles on the day will have formed and did what they needed to do. So we can be set up for how we want to open. Uh, Hope this video was informative. What you caught, man. Appreciate your time. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell, share this thing with some people, man. Let them know that your boys on here giving away value. And we're going to see you at the beaches or the bank. Peace.